Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's quickly check it. There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the FortcastZA episode number 3. And firstly, excuse my voice. I'm really, really sick at the moment. But the show needs to go on. And today we have, I don't know, we can probably call them, all of them in this episode. Some of the best players in Fortnite. Currently, we've got Jesse Bean on my left here, as you can see there. Here we go. We've got Kareem. I just call him the 90k kid because he just wins literally everything. It speaks for himself. And then the two hottest guys are down there. Well, I think they call themselves hot. I don't know. But we have Clouds and we have Ross. All of you can now unmute your mics, by the way, if you didn't before. But yeah, everyone, welcome to the stream. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Clouds, I know you in your YouTube streaming, you are busy, and you guys do a lot. And majority of you guys spend all your time on Fortnite. But to all of you, welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks, Velas.
Let's just get how can I say, an overview of everything to do with you personally. My first question will go the list will go as follow from Jesse, Kareem, Clouds, and then Ross. We will say the first question will be, where did gaming start for you guys individually, leading up to Fortnite? Jesse, you can kick this off.
Okay, hey. I think the first time it started off for me was playing Call of Duty with my dad, and I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts too. And then my aunt got me an Xbox 360, and then we played like a lot of Black Ops 2. I think we played about that for about a year and a half or 2 years. Then my dad said, "Go and play PlayStation if you want," and he bought me a PlayStation, and we said, "Okay, let me just try out Infinite Warfare." And then that's when I met Delas and all the Call of Duty guys. And I grinded that for a year and two. And it was quite a good experience, actually. And then I played about a year and a half of H1Z. And then, yeah, Fortnite came along about 2 years ago, and I've been playing that since.
So I think if we take it back to the first episode, everyone was literally coming from the Call of Duty days, and Bean is
Yeah.
definitely one of them. Kareem, for you, what was your pathway up until now?
Well, I started out with like FIFA and stuff with cousins, and then my cousins started jamming Destiny, and I started playing with them, and that led to me grinding that game like a shitload. I think I have like 14,000 hours in that game,
Naam, yeah.
and yeah, from there I think Fortnite came out, and I tried it, then just been Fortnite for me.
Have you been playing Fortnite since season 1?
Yes.
Okay, so you the beginning, the right from the beginning, you were jamming the Fortnite. Clouds and you.
When I lived back in Dubai, I used to I just played it for fun with my friends, but I played literally every day. And then when we moved over here to Cape Town, I started playing PUBG for a while. I enjoyed the battle royales, and then my brother told me to come play Fortnite, and yeah, basically how I got to where I am now.
All right,
So
Ross.
yeah.
So I started playing Crash Bandicoot on the PS2. And then my mom bought me a computer, and I started playing Counter-Strike because it was a cheap game and I could invest a lot of time to it. I put 4,000 hours into it, I think. And then Fortnite came along and I just started playing, and then I couldn't get off. So yeah.
So none of you came from a type of battle royale game. So nothing like H1 or all that other battle royales.
I did, but
Oh.
only for about a year and a half, about 2K hours.
Oh, okay. So not too much coming into that, but Fortnite has now taken over the scene. My next question to you then, we're starting with Jesse again, is how did your gamer tags come about? Jesse, you can kick this off.
Our first gamer tag used to be XKillerBean81, and I got that firstly, I think it was a generated name on Xbox 360. And then I went on to PlayStation, and I changed my name once or twice. I think one was SPX, and then something was out Pain or something.
Yeah.
But then I just eventually decided, I think the quality community knew me as Bean, and it stuck like that, and it's been like that since. I just switched it, and it stayed.
Well, what made you decide to just call it Bean?
Well, there was a movie called Killer Bean 81. Well, not Killer Bean, actually. It's about a bean that's like an animated superhero. He can do like cool tricks and stuff, and he's got dual gold pistols. It's quite a funny animated movie, and I thought it was quite a cool name to go with my character, with my personality, living on a
Yeah.
farm and being a bean and, starting off. So, yeah, I just clicked and, yeah.
Okay. Kareem, you with listed squeaker? I think it's quite
Honestly,
obvious.
I have
obvious.
no idea how I came up with the listed part, but the squeaker part's kind of like self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah.
Well, was it your first ever gamer tag, or what did you originate
No,
from?
so initially I shared a gamer tag with my sister, and her gamer tag was Sniper Girl 0149.
So
And
yeah, so
actually,
you were sniper girl.
yeah, so I participated under my
Yeah.
first like Fortnite tournament, and when I like won my game, everyone thought a girl won the game, and like she did super well. And most people still thought it was a girl when I was on the stage with my hair all flowy. Yeah, then
Uh,
Lusty Squeaker came
Oh,
after that.
dear.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Clouds. I
Well,
think yeah. It's
Yeah,
also
mine's pretty simple. My full name's Claudio, so my friends call me Clouds for short. I kept Clouds, so yeah, it's pretty simple.
yeah. I
That's
came
fine.
into the Discord the one day and I called him Volker, and he's like, what the fuck? What does that mean? Obviously he doesn't speak a word Afrikaans. Obviously Clouds in Afrikaans is Volker, so caught
Yeah.
him off guard with that one. Rize, and how did you come about that game attack?
I actually don't know. I started off with Vision when I played CS, and then my friend said it's a trash name, so he gave me Rise, and then I just put Rise, and now I'm Rise
Vision.
forever, dog.
Vision. I
Yeah.
think
Vision.
I think that would be a perfect gamer tag for Call of Duty, because you have Vision Pulse and all that other nonsense that goes about. But that is now for past the gamer tag. We're gonna come into the juicy things now that went on this last 2 weeks, and yeah, just hold on. It's gonna be a bumpy ride as we're gonna go over a lot of things. But the first thing that I mentioned it in a conversation with Zozu, I think a week or two ago, is tournament organizers that don't speak to each other on dates. I think it's something that they need to or must do. It's very crucial because you're gonna have a clash and everything. But I'll get to the second half of that question just now. I just want to know from your guys' side, do you guys think individually that tournament organizers is a must for them to speak to other tournament organizers, or just at least keep an eye out on Twitter if anything is announced?
Um,
Go
do
for
you
it, Klaus.
start? Okay. I feel like they should at least know when tournaments are, because I feel it's a bit unfair if two organizers are hosting on the same day, because who wants to do that? You're just gonna
Exactly.
The community is small enough already. Why split it more by doing that? And yeah, I'm pretty upset about what's happened so far with some organizations. I'm not gonna mention names, but yeah.
I think it's that tournament organizers want to get all their players playing in their tournament instead of other tournaments,
Yeah.
so they can get more players for them and money, prize pools, whatever.
But doesn't it make
But-
sense to just make sure they're apart, that you can have best of both worlds? Because at this stage, they competing with one another. If I speak to the one, yeah, but I announced first, so I'm not going to move. They should move. So there's really a clash going on between tournament organizers.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's
Yeah,
not-
I think, in my opinion, business is business, and if one books a date on the day, the one should know that if the one's going to have a tournament, they know they're not going to get a lot of signups, and it's just a loss of business, and they should consider going on to the next day or the next weekend. It's really entirely up to them. I wouldn't mind tournaments to be on like maybe even a Friday night, but it seems to me that a lot of tournament organizers prefer to have a Saturday day and maybe a Sunday after morning. I don't know.
Yeah, and just to add on to tournament organizers, we had, when was it, last week or the week before, with that Ace tournament that took place, and they didn't have enough sign-ups, and then the prize pool got adjusted in a way that I think
because
is
there weren't enough entries.
yeah, but I think it's not right. They need
Yeah.
if it was adjusted, it should have been tweeted. Okay, that's the adjustment there. 1, 2, 3, and for a win, this is it. Now
Yeah.
they coming to you and saying, listen here, it's been adjusted, but you don't know. We can give you $300 less, but you won't know about it.
Yeah.
And it's not just throwing Ace under the bus. is just to make them realize and other tournament organizers realize, or if you as a streamer putting money out there for your custom, that you must know there's the list 1, 2, and 3. If you win a game, this is it. And like, I'm just gonna as an example is if we the week I got the money for I think it was Not King and Rize and Trogons won a game or 2 games, and originally it was 1k for a win, and then it was and they got 2, so obviously 2k. But at the end of it, they got Rize, if I'm not wrong, what
I think
1,000,
it's 600. I think it's
600 each.
I
Yeah,
can't
600
remember.
each. So somewhere along the line, there must be a list put out saying da 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 da. This is it, black on white.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
I
mean,
think
Yeah.
yeah,
on the day that they know how many people are playing, have paid, or for say going to pay, they need to know how much money is coming in, and they need to scheduleize how they're going to play out that tournament and that money for that day. Because it's like you playing a tournament, and now let's just say you do hear 5 bad games, and you know the tournament prize pool. Let's just say they announce it's going to be still 1,000, and then you say, okay, I can still get that 1,000 back, but then you win it, and then it's only 600, then you're still losing. Like, you
Yeah,
got to make sure you know what you're coming out to in the end of the day, and those organizers need to make sure that they provide that information.
yeah, indeed. So, and
yeah,
and just another thing of the tournament organizers, and this was put out on Twitter, and people have been bashing each other because of it, is the rules of tournament organizers. And just going back on what I said, black on white. If there's no black on white and people or the tournament organizers don't say, okay, anonymous mode is a no go, then why? And if it's not there and people do it, then you can't complain them, because this tournament organizer runs this rule, this tournament organizer runs this rule, and I just feel it's totally unfair if the rule's not there, but you get shat on social media about it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's basically so Kareem. If I take you for instance, you kill
Yes.
you go anonymous mode, and
Yes.
I kill you, but at the end of it, you won the tournament. Now I'm gonna make a statement. If you didn't win the tournament, would I have made a
Yeah.
There
statement?
would have been no statement. now.
Exactly. So that's
And
what it's coming to.
I feel like if it was a set in stone rule, there could have been a bigger argument, but it was something that was like only spoken about on a group. And like the chances of you not seeing the message was also very big because of a lot of people spamming the group.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like it's very exaggerated in our
Even
I
game.
mean, also the type of the rule it was like anonymous mode. Like
Yeah.
I was casting it. We knew it was Storm.
Yeah.
To make it such a big deal out of knowing who the person is, I took that as a joke. I was laughing at the person.
Yeah.
I thought it was an utter joke. Like, come on, man.
I
Yeah.
think regardless of all the drama with anonymous mode or not, you're playing the tournaments, you know who's going to be on that day, and you know who are competing against you in the top of these situations. If you can't handle it, regardless of who the player is, it's
Yeah.
just your problems, your issues, your
Yeah.
mistake. Fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be an excuse for dying. I mean, I understand there's excuses we can make about ping and RNG and things like that, but that's the game and that's how it is. Adapt or bad luck.
Yeah.
GG, next one.
That's exactly it. And it goes hand on hand with the rules. You have to have consequences. If you put out a rule, you need to put there, okay, if this rule is broken, suspended, or you lose a match, or you don't spawn into a match, or something along the line, there needs to be consequences, because people's going to break the rule and nothing's going to happen to them. Like, I know on Twitter people said, listen here, why is there nothing happening if the rule's broken? So I don't know. A lot of it goes
Yeah.
into it. They just need to
At the actual fresh.
at him. He needs to, him and his duo needs to watch, bro. They're breaking rules here. That's not factual. So yeah, that is it for the tournament organizers things. And now comes a touchy topic that a lot of us has taken part in, that I think is totally out of bounds, and that is taking all our toxic shit to social media, and that being mainly Twitter. Storm is probably not the smartest guy on earth, right? But sometimes you just need to help him in the right direction. Like he'll be chilling in a Discord with me, and he say the stupidest shit on Twitter the next day after the storm has like calmed down,
Yeah.
and then he posts something else. So
Yeah.
like I just say keep everything negative, keep it off social media. Why do you need to go tweet, listen, I don't like you because da 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 da, or you used anonymous mode, you shit, get off my timeline, all that nonsense. So and even before I picked
Yeah.
up Rize can vouch on this, before Ian picked up Rize, that he knows I was in his DM saying, why the hell would you post something like that? And he took it off immediately, but it's too late then.
Mm.
So yeah,
I can't remember this. You well.
no, it's okay. Your memory doesn't go far back.
Oh.
But again,
Same.
Jesse, you know, from a Call of Duty standpoint, you know how toxic it can be. But it is important.
Yes. I think, you as a person, what you bring to the community as a personality and a character, you choose what you want to do with your information in your life. If you want to share it to people on social media and you want to let people see private information about your life, that's entirely up to you. But if one person asks for you to respect and not share that information on social media, that's just like a loss of respect. That's just like bad move. Like, you don't want to mess with people like that. And that's, something I choose not to do as well. I don't mess with people who want to take my personal life and put on social media. That's not what it is. If I choose to put something up there, that's my own decision.
Exactly. And Clouds, if we just point a finger at you, if you say something out of bounds, like
Yeah.
you have sponsors yourself, how's that going to influence you?
Obviously, I could possibly lose the sponsors. It's whatever you say on the internet, it stays. Like you said, even if you delete it, it's still gonna be there. People are still gonna see it. And obviously, if you have, let's say, clout, or I don't know what the word is, you have a following. What you say is gonna impact the other person. So if you're like bullying someone or being a dick to someone, it's gonna affect them badly, and it's not what we want in the community, to be honest. Especially because it's such a small community. And yeah.
Yeah, and I think,
But like,
yeah,
I feel like people overreact to just like like an extreme amount with
No, I agree.
the
Yes, I
shit
agree
that
as
Yeah.
went
well.
down because
No,
it
I
wasn't
agree.
bad at all. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a little bit toxic, but
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
it
Compared
did,
to what
yeah.
the COD has done, COD's
Yeah,
community has done
Or
Yeah.
back in the
CS
past.
even.
Yeah,
Yes,
Even
it
CS and
it really
yeah,
does
it's
get
nothing.
it gets bad, but like the small things get blown up so much.
Yeah, it
And I
does.
think Fresh now in the chat said if they are toxic, drop them off in the toilet, and that's exactly it. For you guys that's been in my Discord chat, that is basically what I go towards is. Drop them off at the toilets. But moving along then to social media, getting everything off social media, it's not necessary. And sometimes people will also say, let's take it to DMs. That's it. That's way better than putting it on social media.
Yeah, I
But
think
remember, people just clip things and there it is, and it's gonna be put. I'm gonna use this as an example because I was watching Hutch's stream, I think a week or two ago, the previous podcast, and he said something about sharing clips, or no, not clips, sharing screenshots. Should I share screenshots? And I think that's like one thing that isn't even needed. Like
Yeah.
obviously you keeping screenshots for your own reasons, but like
Yeah,
if you're sending toxic messages, it's just ammo for that person for
yeah.
putting it on social media or whatever.
Yeah, like that thing that happened with Ghost Issa and I don't know the other guy's name. Where he got kicked from 11 because he was being
Toxic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think Hutch should be the type of guy to share things on social media like that. I think he's, at least I can say, he's in a professional organization or semi-professional, for say, if he wants to say it like that, of content creation. He does actually respect the rules, I think. So he knows.
Yeah, he knows from a Call of Duty standpoint. Oh, he's been part of it in any way.
Yeah.
So I think learning from that obviously is a very very good thing. I can see Hammer Junior saying tournament organizers need to set up a central board that sets rules that all tiers, and that's exactly it. They all need to follow the same rules so you don't get confused. ACGL, ACGL, Maverick, or whatever. There's a lot of them. Yeah, like everyone follow the same thing, or someone at least start something and say at this and this. This is the general rules. Let's try and follow them as far as we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
All right, enough about tournament organizers and Twitter. And for me, this following topic is one of the things that aggravates me so much is the word griefing. And like when you in a chat with Trogons, I'm going to use him as an example, and you use the word griefing in every 10 seconds, you basically you're losing me. I'm burning brain cells. But the word griefing, I think it's just stupid. I can't think that, okay, Kareem's dropping at Dusty. If you want to drop Dusty and kill Kareem, then so be it. Kill Kareem. Like it's a competitive game. You're not gonna tell a Call of Duty guy, yo, don't come this way because I'm gonna lean around the
Be that
corner
way.
and I'm gonna shoot you there. Don't come that way. Like I don't understand it. Like people, RNG is a thing, yes, and so tough shit. If I get a gun and I kill you and I drop at the same place, obviously you have a game plan. If Kareem is in first place and I'm sitting at second place, let's say second place, obviously I'm gonna try and grief him. If I come
Yeah,
off
that's
second,
Yeah.
tough
it's a
luck.
legitimate strat. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get the
But
overreaction.
why? My question is, why do people give so much two shits about griefing?
I think
Because-
it's because our community's here, and there's not a lot of people who have like the understanding of competitiveness. So the people who land in certain areas want that respect to not grief them for say. But in reality, like everyone's gonna land everywhere on the map and they're gonna fight. It's a battle royale game, so
But
let's just
I
deal
feel
with
like
it.
there's different types of griefing. There's off spawn, like that's fine. It's chilled. It's strategy. But if you're
Mid game griefing,
if you're like playing
Mm, yeah.
stupidly, that's what people are talking about. The community's talking about like taking fights in storm
Stupid
when you
fights,
don't
yeah.
have to. Yeah, like that's what they mean. Playing
But
like literally.
what does it matter? That's my thing. It's like you playing your game. If you want to play it stupid, then play it stupid. The other guy must obviously just then out
Yeah.
smart you
Okay,
or
but
whatever.
you see, Dillas, like if you look at it from the Fortnite professional
Yeah.
standpoint, obviously I don't know what King was doing. He was very W King, but like most people wouldn't take a stupid fight because that puts both players at risk. Whereas
Yeah.
both of you want to play for endgame. So I understand what South Africans mean by that, but then you get great South African players doing the same thing. So I don't see where we can improve on that because we're not at that level.
Yeah.
I think Kareem's right. There's a lot of players who do that are competitive players. They grief players game, and I think one they do it because I think it's they just want to get the satisfaction of getting that kill because it's been very stale lately, the customs. So people just feel that I don't know agree to just kill one player or the player who he is, and I think at this stage, as long as we keep customs going at a regularity, we can have people who get better and better every day, and then I think griefing will become irrelevant, in my opinion. It's just
So
time on the sticks for people.
if do you think that sometimes or do you think firstly that tournament organizers should maybe implement a second zone only or something
No,
like that?
no,
No,
100%.
Not at
never.
all.
Not at
You
all.
can't tell someone how to play a tournament. I would literally tell the
Exactly.
tournament organizer to piss off. They
Ex-
told me not to kill someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I-
So, like,
100%,
if he wants to play it stupid, like you'd say it's stupid,
Yeah.
then you
Go
just
for
have
it,
to
dude.
outsmart him, and obviously.
Yeah,
And
you
I
need
think
to
I
do.
want to read this what Rize just said. It's because the community is so small, and the top players think we can have our own dedicated spots, and no one
that's
must
true.
go there because it's ours. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's
That's
not
very
yours.
dumb.
Like drop where you want to drop.
NA had the same thing.
Yeah, like I shouldn't even know Kareem drops at Dusty. Like, why are you even telling your enemies,
100%,
your
dude.
enemies, where you're dropping?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like going to Call of Duty and telling everyone your strat.
I'm gonna go right lane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
enemy,
like-
yo,
Oh my God.
enemy. I'm gonna go left. Shoot me there, bro. Like it's not gonna work. So yeah, that's the one thing about griefing that I need to get out of the way because I go mental every time I hear that. And even people even go to Twitter and say, "You fucking idiot! Why you grief me in storm? Wada. Like what? Like
Yeah,
Kareem, you know
happens.
you one of those, right? Like you
Yeah.
at them on Twitter saying, "Yo, come on." Okay, but you said in a nice way, the nicest way
didn't.
possible, at least.
Dude, like I just find it super frustrating how certain people can like go on like we at a professional standpoint because our lobbies aren't filled by 100 good players. They're filled by 100 people who can pay first. So they
Mm.
need to understand that before anything. So that's why I understand why some competitive players do grief because
Yeah.
there's always that chance it's not gonna be a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true facts from the 90k kid. All right, question number 5. We have a couple left. And this one is the confirmation of trios. It's now been announced that trios is going to be a thing. And my question is to you: do you guys think, as a Fortnite South African standpoint, that this is a good move going to trios? Just keep in mind that obviously now that we're adding one guy or taking one guy out of a duo, that we can maybe gonna have less teams.
Yeah.
I think it's a good and bad thing. Good because it encourages more people to play together as a community. Because if you put three brains together, you just become smarter. If you just put two brains together, it's not as smart. So it's much nicer and it's cooler to be around more people, especially gaming. I mean, if I game with the whole team, like in Call of Duty, game with three friends or
Yeah.
three mates.
Yeah.
Just putting another on the list, it's just like another game. You just got to put the time in, put the work in. I think people misunderstand what it's like to play with a team. It's not just about playing with another guy online. It's about getting to know the person IRL. You got to
Yeah.
know how he talks to you, how he
It is.
respects you, everything.
But like, how difficult can it be to pick that perfect third? Because most people want to stick with a duo and then try and find another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how difficult can it be, Kareem? I know you even searching for a duo at this point. Like, how
No.
difficult is it?
Well, it's like right now, the point of getting a duo is super dumb, and keeping a trio is so difficult because like your chemistry has to always be there. You have to know
Yeah.
what the one person wants to do and the other person wants to do something else.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's very difficult, but
Yeah.
a lot of people make it work. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Ryzen, from your standpoint, you had Trogons as your duo, and obviously Not King is in Ian, but Not King is looking at his own trio type of team. How difficult is it for you then, or you and your partner, because you both must agree on someone? Like, how difficult is it to find that third?
It's quite difficult because South Africa don't host that many trio customs or customs, so we can't really see how we play in the South African community, how we gel together only in EU customs or in arena. But yeah, I think it's will get better in the future. Hopefully,
But
if
I
they
think,
host,
yeah, I
it'll be
think it's
easier.
it's also difficult because people play different if it is a tournament and if it's not a tournament.
Yeah.
Like, you can't,
Yeah.
if you go into a normal custom,
Always.
you're not going to play the same that you are playing for 50k. So like, I just think a repetitive of playing trios the whole time, and that's where Clouds must come in with his custom keys so we can play more trios, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly that.
I think it's gonna
Like,
be happening this next month.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
whoop his bum.
yeah. Clouds,
Trios has just
Clouds
started.
after
Oh,
this
I don't
stream is
get
gonna
it.
host trios, right, Clouds?
Yes, boys. See
Oh
you there.
yes,
Yeah,
here we
trios
go.
after this.
All right, there you have it. But Clouds, again for you, you maybe didn't have a permanent duo. How's the process of getting the perfect trio now?
Well, I'm pretty happy with my trio. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it yet, but I'm rather not going to say anything. But I'm happy with the people I'm playing with now. Just finding a perfect trio is super hard. If you put the three best players in South Africa together, it doesn't mean they're going to be the best trio.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
chemistry of the players. Got to make sure all three players are happy with each other. And it's also hard if you have a duo and like the third person you have to decide on, and the one person likes them and the other person doesn't. So yeah, it's super hard finding a perfect trio. But I feel like with customs and stuff, it's gonna get really good. And there hasn't been time to host trio tournaments yet because it's only a new
Yeah.
thing. So
Oh yeah,
South Africa, we'll
you
get
see,
there.
Storm and I, we are a duo now because Fresh doesn't play Fortnite at all now because he's like
Yeah,
he's like an old guy. He just
heard
gets off.
that.
But we want to play with Kareem, but he doesn't like Kareem. I like Kareem.
Yeah.
But like, so say now, how's that? So now, Jesse, you don't like Kareem. I do.
Yes.
How do you guys work around that, or say, okay, I'll put my differences aside. Let's play with Kareem.
I think it all depends where you stand in competing in the community, how much you want to grind and put forward into the time. So long as your partners are aware that you can also put in the time. I think communication is one of the most important things. Being a trio, even a duo, to understand and talk to each other what happens in each other's lives, to scheduleize what goes on in the day, so you have time to practice. That's a very important thing. But obviously, it's your choice in the end of the day how much you want to put in the time. Do you want to do this like to make money, or you just want to do it for fun?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think people's priorities obviously are different. I think obviously if you take Jesse's standpoint, this is literally him. he is in a gaming not gaming, yeah, but we can say a gaming background, and he wants to make gaming a thing. Where on the other hand, we can maybe take Kareem. He's still going to school. He's not that much invested in Call of Duty, in Fortnite like you are, Ben. So like obviously it weighs up whatever your interests are and what you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Clouds is only a content. He's trying to get better at comp, but he only pushes out content.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah,
It's tough using both, but
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because we saw your tweet saying, "Listen here, like when I stream, I don't try as hard, or I lose focus."
focus, yeah.
Like how much does that influence you when you try and improve, but obviously you're still pushing out content?
I mean, I think a lot of people take me as a content creator mainly. Obviously, I push for being a comp player too. I've played in like 3 tournaments. I came 11th at Bravado, 10th at this last LAN, and then 3rd for 80K. So I haven't been doing the best, but yeah, I'm pushing. It's hard to manage both and stuff. So yeah, I'm still trying though. I'll get there, I think.
You also
Alright.
got school, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're juggling a lot of, and I think one of those questions will come later on from one of the community questions. But moving along, the next one in the last of those questions before we go to the community questions will now be about the World Cup. The World Cup has finished; it's gone. And for myself, watching Fortnite, it's something I've never seen before. The crowd, the stadium, like everyone going in. And
casting.
it was so cringe. I'm not gonna lie. The people dancing in the background. I don't know. You will
Yeah,
have to
I
give.
that.
You will have to give me boogers winnings to floss in them like never ever. It will never happen.
Yeah, I think
Like-
there was a lot of footage caught where some really weird people doing some really weird
Yeah.
things.
Ah.
I would
Yeah.
pass for last
I
place,
mean,
man.
bro.
I would rather say, would you come first and do all this nonsense for us, or come last and do nothing? I'll go last. It's fine.
Nah, first.
But Kareem's all
I'll
about
be
the cash, man. All right. But for you guys individually, how do you think the World Cup went? For myself, I'm going to say it was too short. I think somehow they needed to stretch it out a bit,
Prolong it.
over 2 weekends maybe, or something, so we could watch, because it was really entertaining, except that first half where it was oh my god, that was bad.
Creative.
Yeah,
that's
competitive creativeness, I don't know, some
Yeah,
shit
that
like
was-
that.
terrible.
I think
Oh, shit.
they should separate that to the competitive. Like they should make that its own event,
yeah.
own creative events, not a competitive battle royale tournament. And I think if they do another battle royale tournament event, they gotta set it up for at least 3-4 days and have qualifiers. But then it costs a lot of money to set up that equipment there for so long. So
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't dent their bank account, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, but and I think Umizi has said that not like it was 10 weeks long. Yeah, but I'm meaning at the venue, like sitting there. Are you like?
final.
I wouldn't
Yeah, yeah.
mind.
Honestly,
I wouldn't mind.
yeah.
It's for 5, maybe it being like 3, 4, 5 days. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to sit,
Yeah, okay.
like see more, sitting at home watching the stream and see more.
I should have given a LAN qualifiers as well
Yeah,
with the
I was about to say.
online
Oh yes,
qualifiers.
yeah. I think that would have been sick.
I
Rather
feel like
than-
they
Also
should
into
have just
NA
taken top
community.
200 and then done a qualifier day and then final.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I think a lot of people would prefer that. It gives them a
Could've
better
been way longer,
chance.
yeah.
And we all know that sometimes at home you won't get the same ping and all this nonsense, and
They
it's,
say ping doesn't even matter at LAN. Like it's 2 different games.
Yeah.
But if you go
We
back
know
to the
that
Maverick
for
land that we had, was it the Maverick?
That's
Or
also
you
2
guys
different
played
games.
on like a
220 ping.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what?
20% packet loss.
Yeah.
What? A land like
ridiculous.
that, man. It like
I checked
No,
my
no.
like properties and my computer was using 700 megabits a second at a time.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah,
And
that's
still
quite
200
hectic.
Ping. No,
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
That was
Dog
hectic.
shit, bro.
and
Dog shit.
Rize, and then for you watching the World Cup, is there anything outside of the, like, if you're playing customs in ZA, is there something different that you've seen they did at the World Cup? Is there something you learned from it?
Yeah, I learned like a lot of things like how they play and where they play, position themselves to the zones. But we can't really do that because South Africa's just W key. So yeah, I don't know. It was just hard.
Everyone just W keys in SA. Like
Yeah, bro.
I don't think that's. I just think if we have more people getting to customs, and just speaking on that custom topic is if someone's hosting custom, don't you now go and host your own custom, please,
Yeah,
dear
please.
Lord. That's the
Everyone
worst
listen to
thing.
this, please, dude.
Oh my God! Last
word.
night and. Like I don't want to bash him, but
It's a joke.
Psycho, bro, come on. If there's if there is a custom going, don't create your own. Even if it's not the solo that you want or the trio that you want, then you make a plan to go play them because it helps everyone in the long run.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And the pros, you guys always complain. Can we get stacked customs? You're only gonna play in the customs if they start waiting. Why aren't
Yeah.
you the guys like in the early lobbies? We got like random
Yeah.
South Africans playing on the Nintendo Switch in my 30-player lobbies, and the pros are crying. And it's just like, I don't understand. I need you guys to join off start, and then it'll grow.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, but the most hosts ask for reactions and they never host. So like
Yeah, that
no one
happens
knows when
every
to come
day.
on. So
think,
you
There's
guys
no-
should
no,
host
there
as
needs
no
to
one
be
wants.
like a schedule for hosting. 'cause
Yeah, I
then-
think that's one of the biggest things. But even the schedule's hard. But regardless of a schedule, we should know that when we come back from school, whatever, from 5 to 8, there should be customs.
I mean,
Should be
I'm-
cus- someone should be hosting.
I'm
Should
on
always.
from 6 onwards, and I am hosting. But
Mm.
it's like if I'm getting 30 lobbies, I'm just gonna go play a.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and I don't know why there are so many hosts on Mega Gaming, but I give it to my stream. 99% of you guys are South African, and it's good. Yesterday we got like a 90-player lobby, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah,
some
it's
stacked
90
games.
trios and
Yeah,
72.
trios. That was stacked. Like
We
we
can.
had, like,
I think.
5
I
games on.
hope. I want to ask the people's opinions about it as well. Just from my experience, because the South African community doesn't know about end game or how to even get to end game, I would suggest that we put in a third zone rule just for a week, just to see how it goes, just so we can get some sort of end game practice. Because every single custom we play, it's like 20, 30 people, and it just ends up like we're gonna play arena in any case, and it's just
Yeah.
boring. We can just go
Yeah.
and play an arena and get points now because it's
Yeah.
new season. So
I mean, I agree with you,
choose.
but we gotta make everybody happy. The console players aren't happy with that. Like, see them already
yeah,
getting treated.
yeah, because they want to
They
fight
fell.
early and they don't necessarily have the yeah.
And they
Well,
complain about the FPS too.
But
Yeah,
hey,
as well,
that,
yeah.
it's tough shit.
Yeah.
I'm on console. I'm
Yeah.
a console player, but still, it's like it's tough. Like you one out of the 500 that wants to play. So
Yeah. I mean-
like it is what it is. And getting back to the World Cup topic is that it was nice to see that everyone from first place right down to 100th place got some money involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And another topic that we'll speak about later is the point system that I think needs to be adjusted in South Africa.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that because that's one of the topics that also needs to be brought up. But we're going to get to the community questions now. And the first question comes from Psycho. And this one is for Clouds. He says, how does a streamer like Clouds manage his time streaming and competing?
I mean, we already talked about it a little bit, but it's super hard doing both, pushing out content. Like when I flew to Joburg, I had to post a video there I flew, finish school, and then also go fly at the same day. Like that, I was so tired when I got to Joburg.
Yeah.
And then I had to play. They streamed it on my account. The stream was, no offense, it was an awful stream.
Yeah.
It was lagging. The casting, like overall, it didn't go too well. They played adverts over and over again. People didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it. They were
Yeah.
trying to watch. Yeah. So, and that's my stream. That's on my account. That's putting a name for me. So that I wasn't too happy there, but it is what it is. I've been practicing off stream though, and doing homework off stream. So it's hard doing all three at once. But I feel like I'm improving at it. And I've been playing much better recently. So yeah, I'm keen to grind. It's gonna be good.
Good
Yeah.
shit. Okay, question number 2 coming from Mark. Marksman actually says, will it always be pros? Question mark. Will you get guests like tournament hosts, casual players, and content creators? And yes, 100%. The next, I can tell you, episode 5 will be a bit of a twist. We'll have a lot of content creations or content creation people
Creators.
on, like streamers and whatever. And we're gonna have a tournament organizers. We're gonna have them on as well, and we're gonna have a chat about everything that's going to go on of that. But I can't tell you who that's going to be. But I've got something special lined up for episode number 5. We're on 3 now, so we have one more with some people we'll announce later next week. But yeah, we have a lot of ideas going into the following episodes. Question 3 then says from Dex saying, change ZA point system. 3 kills equals 1 point. Hopefully this helps with W key bots. Jesse, that's exactly what we said about the point system. And you take it away. What do you think we should do in South Africa?
Other than the third zone rule, regardless of forcing people to play in game, I think kills 1.1 kill. I don't know. It's a win-win situation. It's a 50-50. If players were in South Africa were smart and could play for in-game, I wouldn't mind the system, the format, the way it works now. But because we have players who don't know how to play the game properly or competitively, we'll say, I think we should enforce 2 kills, 1 point. But that's my opinion, not 3 kills, because 2 kills it's quite easy to get 2 kills nowadays, and I'll say 2 kills is much harder to get 2 kills than 1 kill. So at least we have a 2 kill like difference between the point system, and I think placement should be increased more.
Oh, Umizi says here the point system won't change anything. There aren't enough good people in the
Good
lobbies.
people. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
competitive
literally
players.
the best answer, because
Yeah,
some people just don't enter certain tournaments and others just do before them. Like with the rage practice tourneys, you know how difficult it is to get a spot, but then half of them leave after the second game.
yeah,
If we can get 100 good players in tournaments consistently,
yeah,
then we'd be able to
competitive
play
players.
perfectly. No
And-
need for
Yeah.
any changes.
And if I bring up the school cup that you guys play on, like, how easy is that not to play, Ross?
Not to play or what?
Well, how easy
How
is
easy is it to
it?
play?
I don't know. I've only played 2 of the games because of exams, but it's literally like if you live off spawn, you get placement points. So like
Yeah.
they should not split the lobbies. I don't think they should have, because there's only like 50 people. No, not even, like in one game.
Yeah. No.
And by the time everyone dies, you get placement. And it's so boring. So
No. One lobby has 30, I think, and the one other lobby has 40. I'm in week 1. I dropped 11 kills in the first game. I thought it was a joke. I saw people submitting on iPhone, like someone was playing on iPhone, and I really don't think they should have split the lobbies. I don't think it's that professional or like competitive, but
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
having fun in it, and it's a big
there would have
prize
been
pool,
like
so-
90 players with
yeah,
both lobbies.
yeah, still
so,
not 100 lobby if you put both lobbies together.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they split it.
Yeah,
Because now it gets all confusing between
thing is,
players
yeah,
and shit. who
it's
are,
not
like,
competitive.
so-
It's literally the same thing we go through with all of our tourneys. We
Yeah,
just pop stomping. No
I was
offense.
gonna say it's a so the pros, it's a kill race between the pros. Like I have to Neymar's dropping
Yeah.
a lot of kills because I'm in a lobby with.
yeah.
So it's unfair on me and some of the people in my lobby. Like Shoguns and I,
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do? We've got 10 people in a lobby.
Exactly.
And it's,
I think
we only get-
qualifiers would be a good thing, because when you get qualifiers, you get people who have gotten points in games already and at least try to qualify. And maybe let's just say they do, then maybe they think slow and smart and they play safer, which just makes it more competitive and more doubtful. More, yeah, you can deal with it
But
better.
the same with I think it is this weekend we have an 80k tournament taking place and a mega, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
So the 80k was a duo, or there was duo. I don't know what they're gonna do. They didn't reach out or anything yet. But then Papa Bean there at the back. What's up, Papa Bean?
Adrian.
I say hello.
But the
I
question,
wanna-
the question then is, going back to there was divisions. Like when we see divisions, like what's the first thing that's going on in your head about divisions? Anyone can take that.
Okay, so
Go for it,
Okay.
Kareem.
so I feel like it's dumb that they implementing divisions, because it's a little bit more of a money making scheme in my perspective. And I also feel like these TOs should be supporting each other and not having tournaments on the same days. And they need to be more active in the community and like actually know about Fortnite, because most of them just host out of basic understanding.
Yeah, indeed.
How many games?
Bean, you can actually put your father there on the mic quick.
Yeah, you can talk.
Okay,
Hello.
Papa Bean,
How's it?
how are you doing?
Fantastic.
Okay,
Yourself?
no, I'm good. I just want to know, when are we invited to come have a braai at the place?
You're welcome to. If you can come down your own steam, you're welcome.
Is there brandy and coke?
No brandy, no coke, but whiskey.
Whiskey, whiskey and pater. No,
Whiskey and water. Not water. Just whiskey and ice.
oh, whiskey and, on the
Don't
rocks.
be suckling like that over here.
No, we need to get Jesse to Cape Town again.
Oh.
He can visit his ex. I know you liked her. Okay, but let's get back to the questions. Question number 4 then reads: Would this actually to Jesse from Tiano? Would Jesse say that this year competitive COD helped him in Fortnite?
I think it did. Definitely, it taught me a lot of strategy, a lot of communication as well. To work with people is very important, especially in this game as we're working with duos and trios. I think working alongside, because I spent a lot of my time with elder people. I think I was hit a lot harder with communication. Like, they hit me a lot harder. They were a bit more aggressive when it came to learning about the way they work and the way they do things and the way they communicate. So yeah, I think it's a good thing in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a huge difference going from Fortnite or from Call of Duty to Fortnite. And the one thing that I've seen from Fortnite is they in a way they closer to each other. Obviously everyone has their friend group. But I think there's a lot of them that's really close to each other. As Mama Bean also gets into the street. We have the whole family. Yo, mommy. Well, let me go get my mom. I don't know. Shame, she's not here.
What is this? What is this?
No, she's not here. It's a family affair. Welcome, everyone. Spread the word. We have the Beans in the house. Hopefully, Mama Bean doesn't moor Jesse again. That's one thing I need to post this on Twitter again. I think it was a year or 2 ago. Jesse and I was playing, and I said something about boobs, and then I think Jesse's mom came in and absolutely raged on. It was actually me that said it, but she raged on someone else, and it was hilarious. Yeah. It was hilarious. Yeah. I was crying. I was on the floor. But that's one thing you guys need to see. I think I'll try and find it and post it on Twitter again. It was the craziest thing ever. But yeah, I'm just happy to see everyone. Another thing from families is they are so supportive, or some, let's just say some, are really supportive. If I take Bean, Clouds, I know your mother's like your manager in a way.
Salute.
So
yeah, Mama Clouds.
Yeah, exactly. So even when I join your stream, Mommy Clouds is in the stream. And then she and I have great banter, so it goes back and forth on your stream. I don't know if you realize, but it's really awesome to see people's parents and really giving them the boost they need, even if it's financially. I know sometimes financially it is hard on the pocket. Okay, the next question, that one we did read. Question 5 is Cheerio from Brownie says we must get qualifiers for some ZA tourneys, and I think we should get a lot of tourney organizers and Mega Gaming to all put it together. What do you guys think? Ross.
I think.
Oh, everyone jump on.
Ross, go for it.
Sorry, what? I couldn't hear what?
Oh, this like. Sometimes I lose brain cells. I lose brain cells.
I mean, he's playing Fortnite, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the next person I pick up to Energy Esports, you're giving me your IQ on paper. You're gonna tell me this is my IQ. I'm 117, and I'll tell you sorry, it's not good enough. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the question for you.
Okay.
We must get qualifiers for some South African tourneys, and I think we should get a lot of tournament organizers and Mega Gaming to all put it together. What do you guys think?
Okay, so I think qualifiers is a good thing and a bad thing, because the qualifiers can make the prize pool bigger for the players, but then it does eliminate players from playing the qualifiers. So like it'll get less and less. So now we have 40 people playing in the qualifiers and 20 people qualifiers, only 20 people playing the next one, and it'll just keep getting less and less. And
but don't you think if we say we have 50 people qualifying the first one, and we have 50 people qualifying the next one. We have 100 people to go into the final, to say.
Yeah, but we'll get 50. First thing, we'll get 100 players, but then there'll be 50 people, and I doubt there'll be more that'll enter into the tournament.
I think if you're gonna pick 50 people, you gotta choose it in like 3-4 games, because one game can take you to the top. And I think because most competitive players in South Africa who have been playing the game for a while competitively should have a fair chance to try and qualify. They shouldn't be given one chance. What if you die off spawn? Then it's like GG's. What if it's a 10k tournament? It's like you're out of. You should have
Yeah.
at least 4 chances in your qualifiers.
And if you do fall out that first qualifier, you can re-enter the next one.
Yeah.
It just opens your chance a bit more, and I think that's
Yeah.
maybe what 80k is going towards with the division. I don't know how it works, but I think someone asked them a question on Twitter. I didn't see a reply yet, but I think that's maybe the way they go into. But yeah, we're gonna come to the juicy part now that I like to call the storm surge, and it's coming
Nice.
towards the end of this episode number 3. And yeah, the storm surge is basically, if you've seen the previous episodes, it's basically if you just like Fortnite, if you throw that storm surge, you just get knocked and knocked and knocked with some beautiful questions like I will have right here. And the order yet again will be Jesse, Kareem, Claudio, and Ross. We'll go through it like that, and you have to answer them as quick as possible. And like, if I'm not gonna say be ruthless, but be as honest as you can.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
It's not too harsh. I didn't make it too harsh because I know Rize would say some dumb shit. But I kept it sort of PG, you know. And like
Okay.
we won't go into why we must keep it PG. But the storm surge. For question number 1 is, if you could choose any duo to play with in the World Cup, who would you pick from South Africa?
Tifu.
Kareem,
Easy.
Claudio,
What? 72 hours.
Aren't
Ross?
we choosing South Africans?
Chat.
we
Yeah,
picking
guys, I
South.
thought we
Yeah,
were
we're
choosing
picking
South
South
Africans,
Africans, but Jesse
picking
picked.
South Africans.
Yeah,
I just went
Um,
with Bean because
yeesh.
you.
Probably Swanee, maybe.
Swanee. Okay, Kareem. You said
it's gotta
Omizi.
be a mouse and keyboard player, so
Nope.
easy.
Okay, Claudio.
I'll probably go with Psycho. The
Alright.
best.
All right, Ross.
Trogon's because my duo partner and I can play with him. Boy.
Yeah, you see, Jesse. How much Zosu feel now? Come on,
Yeah.
come
No, I
on.
love Zozu. He's probably my favorite duo partner. I'm saying outside of Zozu, other
Yeah.
than Zozu.
All right. Your favorite food eating while gaming?
Oh, probably nuts or an apple.
These nuts. Okay, Kareem.
2-minute noodles and bread. I love bread.
Bread. Yo, Kareem, I'll fetch you a loaf quick, bro. Clouds.
Salty cracks. I love my salty cracks.
Ross. A whole pizza.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Did you actually want to say pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the? Oh my God. Okay, here comes one of the toxic ones.
Okay.
Who is the biggest drama starter in South Africa? Jesse.
Between Clouds and Hachi.
Clouds. Damn.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
Kareem.
Okay.
Riots and fresh.
You. Okay. Yeah, that could also be. Clouds.
Hachi.
Ross.
No count.
Bean. Yo, bro. You caused so much, dude.
Bean. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's a weird one to go for, but okay. And this one I just had to throw in because I think it's going to be very funny to talk about. What is Storm Testros' worst attribute and best attribute when playing with as a duo partner with you? If he was playing with you, what's the worst thing? What?
Worst thing, miscommunication when he runs out on
All right, and his best.
his best. When he comes back
If
and
there is
saves me.
Okay, Kareem.
Who does my question apply to though?
Storm.
Storm.
Oh, he's pretty good. He's just a little bit toxic at times.
Pretty good and toxic at times. Does he have any good attributes?
Yes, he's
Like?
goated on the keys.
Go.
Yeah, he's very good at what he does.
Okay, Kareem kept it mellow. Clouds.
His worst attribute is probably skill, but I love playing with Storm with his banter.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
My Storm.
Okay, Ross.
I love you, Storm.
I actually don't know. I like him. I just say his building is worst, and then his best is he can drive that big, bro. Yo, we got so many.
You
kills.
can
He's
drive
so
that
sick.
big. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. His actual duo says Storm lags out of tournaments. Yeah, it's the most. Well, that must be quite sad. Okay, going on to the next one. Who is the most genuine guy in the community?
Swanee.
Yeah.
And Swanee and Tristan.
Kareem?
Zozu.
Clouds?
I think Storm, honestly. I love him.
Ross?
Swanee. Yeah, Swanee.
Swanee. All right. Next one coming in is, if not Fortnite, what game would you guys move to play competitively?
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Jeez. Jesus. All right.
Bro, that game is addictive.
All right. Kareem?
CS:GO.
Clouds?
The one with the biggest prize money in it. So probably,
Dota.
I don't know.
League of
CS:GO,
Legends.
Dota, League of Legends, one of them, yeah.
Oh, I can't see myself playing. Oof, League of Legends.
Yo, dude, I'll get mad very quickly playing
Yeah.
that game.
Yo. Ross?
Yo,
Yeah, Counter-Strike. I'd
Also
play
CS.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
come from like a CS background in any way.
Yeah.
So I think
I would
it would
love
be-
to play H1Z1 again, but that game's dead almost.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come back.
2K
All right, and the next one is favorite land thus far this year.
Block.
LAN or LAN?
Land.
LAN?
Land.
What is
I
it,
was,
land?
I was, man, I was, I was thinking. What the fuck's block?
LAN. Probably my
Land.
most recent one.
What
The
is
one where I
this?
came second in at
At Maverick.
well, it was called Rage 20s at that tournament, but
okay,
they changed
okay.
the name on that day. So
Okay, it's Mega
yeah,
Game.
Mega 20s.
All right, Kareem.
100% Bravado.
Even not.
What
not,
about the 40k
Yeah,
LAN?
yeah,
at the
that's what I'm
PlayStation?
thinking. Why not that one?
Bravado was way more competitive.
That's
Yeah,
true,
but okay,
that's
you
true.
won 90k, or not 90, about what, 70, 80, around there. Like that would definitely be my first pick. Walking away with what, 40k the first one, and the second one like
Nah,
20.
just 40k, just 40k. But
Jeez.
like it was obviously a very nice tourney, but Bravado was super organized. Like there were 100-player lobbies. It wasn't
Yeah.
laggy. Everyone was at a LAN. It was
Yeah.
very
Sick.
nice.
All
And
right,
we
Clouds.
didn't even restart that many times.
The most recent one, because there wasn't
Mega.
there was many resets, but yeah, Mega. The Mega was
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There, I see right saying the kill race land.
Kill race
definitely,
land.
definitely not. I'm telling you, if anyone hosts a kill race, there's 100% Ian won't be signing up. I think it's the worst thing to probably do. Ross
Kill race.
and you,
The Bravado LAN.
also the
is-
Bravado one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously Bravado being a very good organization, they obviously can host a very good
Tournaments.
tournament. As you can see, Kareem trying to flex there, but okay. We'll move along now. If you could duo with one person in this episode, who would it be? Jesse?
Sure, that's a hard one. I think between Ross and Cloud, I like both of them a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I think Kareem will be my last.
the question isn't who would you pick between. I need one.
Okay, Cloud.
Okay, Kareem.
Well, I mean clouds.
Ooh, Clouds, you.
Let's go.
I mean, these are definitely all of you guys are top 10 players in my. Be a tough pick, but go with Kareem, to be honest.
Ooh, Kareem. Ross.
JC, because I'll just yoink all his kills, bro.
That's true, dude. Yoink.
All right. Next question then is, when you see his name in game, you know it's an easy kill.
In this in this or
No, in a normal
community?
competitive game in the community. If you see his name, you know it's an easy kill.
Oh, definitely Ross is bad off in early
Oh,
game. He's
All
terrible
right.
early game.
All
I'm
right.
literally
Yeah,
terrible.
Okay,
How can you
Kareem.
all- how
Ugly
can you?
Russian.
Ugly
Ooh,
Russian.
ugly
I don't know,
Russian.
some random dude.
I got it. Clip it.
What?
Clip it.
What? All right, Clouds.
Whenever I see Delos thank the bus driver, I get excited.
I never fucking do it, so it can't be me. I never do it because I know people will try and find me. But that's an easy way out, Clouds. Come on, give me a better answer than that.
When I see Fresh, I know where he lands. It's a quick 50 pots.
Quick
Yeah.
stuff. And Ross.
Easy.
Yo, I don't know. I think it's Titan because I stank him on land like twice. So
Coming back at Titan. Okay, next and the last question before we go. Who would you not like to run into if it was a solo, a World Cup game, 100k on the line? Who would you not want to run into?
Kareem.
Right, Kareem, and you?
Neymar.
Clouds?
Bean, because you'd make me waste all my utilities. So.
Okay, Ross?
hey, someone with L2, eh? Probably Kareem or Neymar.
I still can't see that.
Quick, Kaka dead.
Yeah. Well, now you must think about Psycho's also now on PC.
Yeah, PC.
And I know already
Psycho.
people's been telling me, okay, yo, he's actually gotten better now.
Improving quickly.
No,
Yeah,
he's cracked. Yesterday he
He's
did a
so
1v3.
yeah. So, like, obviously that is it for the questions. But I think that this episode was definitely a good one to talk about
PUBG.
all the toxicity that went on and everything that was said and should stay off social media. Just a recap about the social media, keeping everything out there, and the custom keys, so we can have one person being that guy to host customs as Kareem tries and do a psycho and get his name in the chat. I see what you're doing. Okay, exclamation mark. Fuck, Kareem would also work, but we'll. I think that's the way we call it, gents. Yet again, I thank you every single person that has joined the stream, even if you've been in for 5 minutes and gone out and came back in. I appreciate you guys so much. We did have a few laughs about the questions at the back, just at the last end. Just know that we all say it with a pinch of salt. So don't get too salty. Don't take it to Twitter, as we mentioned. But yet again, to everyone, to all four of you guys, Jesse, Kareem, Claudio, and Ross, appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. And yeah, good luck for the tournaments that's coming this weekend. We have two, the 80k one and the Mega Gaming one. One is the solo of Mega Gaming, and there's I don't know what's going to happen with the duo, but I know 80k will probably sort that one out. Just keep your eyes on Twitter. But thank you again to everyone.
Also,
any of you guys want to end off saying something before we end off?
yes, please. So everyone that's in the stream, before you go, I'm going to be staying at Ross's house. I'm going to be about every day for about till the 5th of September. I don't know exactly, but as soon as I'm there, I'm going to be streaming and I'm going to do some content with it. So that's going to be quite cool. We're going to get some cool things going in there.
Oh, hashtag Intel there from Jesse
Exclamation mark
Bean.
Kareem in the chat, please. Thanks.
Yeah, okay, Kareem, you had your say. Any from you, Clouds? You also want to put out your at CloudssYoutube is his Twitter, as you can see there.
No, we don't need no plug. We don't need no plug. Customs after everybody.
Here we go, customs.
Gang on top. Woo!
Customs, boy, customs. So get your trio on. We're gonna jam customs after this. Ross, anything from you before we go? Flex for us, maybe.
Nah.
Backflip.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Safe.